right, people, the day has come. 5 long-awaited months. In the front, there is the packages for the long-awaited Bale order shipment. I don't know if you want to call it a Bale or a wholesale supplier. So much clothes, not enough space. All right, everybody, welcome back to another Bale review video. So like all of us in the reselling game, I was trying to figure out a new place to get wholesale clothes. This Bale, this one I found, I don't know, I just started Googling like how to find rag houses, how to find wholesale for cheap, blah, blah, blah. Then I was trying to figure out where other people are getting their wholesale from, because people that wholesale have to be getting their wholesale from somewhere and they have to be getting it for cheap. So I just started Googling things and I came across this app that's called B2B. And from what I can tell, it's a lot of like, it's kind of like an Alibaba, if you know what that is. I think they sell all sorts of bulk random stuff, primarily out of Asia, maybe India as well. And through all of the places that I messaged, there was very few that even spoke English really, or they kind of spoke English and they said they were gonna send me a quote and send me stuff and they never did, and then you'd follow up with them and they'd say, yeah, okay, and then nothing would happen. Or everyone had really high MOQ, minimum order quantity. So I did end up finding one. However, we peeked in this yesterday, as you could see, or coming up in some of these videos. I didn't go through all of it too much, but just the first couple items that I picked up, I'm not sure if they're real, and that was kind of my concern about ordering clothes from Asia, China, Korea, that kind of thing. I believe these came from Korea, but also I do know Thailand, which is in Asia, has a very, very big vintage market. I know a lot of people go to Thailand just to like source and get clothes. So I was hoping that, you know, like stuff that comes from Canada or US that gets shipped overseas to get disposed of, or however it happens, that maybe it would end up in these places and then getting sent back, and that's what happened to me. However, I was very skeptical on how real or authentic the items are gonna be. So, and they sent me some videos, like pre-videos, I'll pop some of them up, and it looked like some good brand name stuff, but on the flip, it also just looked like a lot of your like basic brand name stuff, like Adidas, Nike, which are cool too and stuff, but like I wasn't expecting a ton of like graphic stuff, Affliction, Quicksilver, that kind of thing, because I don't think that they know those brands too much over there, and they were just grabbing like the really, really popular brands like your Gucci's, your Adidas, that kind of thing. So I think that's what's gonna be in here. If it's real, that's another question. I spent, I think, $13.65 USD, which works out to like 1,800 Canadian roughly, or 1,900 Canadian roughly. It was $5 US per item. We got 200 items, and then shipping was like 365 US. So $5 US an item plus the shipping, it worked out to like $1,800 Canadian. So this was more of an experiment. I was hoping that it would work out because I really wanted an easy way to get the clothes. Now, cross your fingers, it does turn out, because it did look like there were some real things and some maybe not real things. I'm still not really sure. I only looked at the first couple items at the top of the box. So let's open these up and see what we got. And please let me know in the comments if you think these are real or not real, or some of them are real. Okay, we got 5 boxes here. There should be 200 items across all the boxes. So let's see what we got. First up, we have an Adidas. It looks good from afar. Like this one, I think is good. Adidas tag, looks good. Looks like it's good quality. Adidas on the shoulder. You can tell they're used clothes. Stitching looks good on the front and back. Everything looks good with this. Adidas hoodie. That one, I should be able to sell, no problem. Next up, US Polo Assassin, or however you want to say it. Looks good. I need to double check this one. I'm not sure. It's like stitched on top. I don't know if that's a regular for US Polo. You can see where it's stitched in there. It looks like it was done well. It doesn't look like it's like overlapped or anything. The other thing that concerns me with a lot of these is this little like side size tag, which I saw a few had. So this one, I'm not sure. We're gonna have to Google Lens this. Next up, we got a Nike Stussy. I saw this one at the top of the box when I opened it yesterday, and I'm very unsure if it's real or not. When I looked up this colorway, or this like style on Google Lens, there was this style way, but none of them were on this tag. So I'm unsure if it's real or not. When I chat GPT'd it, it said in Asian markets, which is where this came from, it said in Asian markets, it wasn't uncommon for them to use a different type of tag in the same colorway, and that's just what it was in Asia, Korea, China, and that kind of thing. It is a Stussy. It looks like it's stitched well on the neck, like the hang tag is underneath. A lot of places you can tell that they're not real because it's like on top of this like embroidered part. Everything else looks good. I've never had a Stussy, so I don't know if that looks legit or it's janky. There is a few like hairs coming out of it. I'm not sure if it's real or not. If anyone also knows like a good legit check app, send me that as well. Next up, a Nike with the swoosh down here, which I've never seen, but maybe it was a unique colorway. I'm leaning towards this is real. Nike Dry Fit, feels like good quality. Tags printed right on. It's not centered. I don't know if that matters. This line is centered. We'll throw it in the maybe unsure real pile. Next up, we got a Dickies. Looks good. It's got the Dickies patch in the bottom. It looks like it was sewn on well. Inside of the patch looks okay, I think. It's got one little thread there on the inside of the patch, which I don't know if that means it's real or fake. Stitching down the sides look good. Again, I don't know if this is a Dickies actual colorway or like design. This is what concerns me. Got a Dickies tag, but then again, it's got the large like beside it. I don't know if that's a common way to do the Dickies tag. Let's do a quick Google Lens on this to see if it's even a colorway. We won't be able to do these all because the video will be like super long, but I can do some of them and then let you guys know at the end how many I think are real. I don't know if this is just like a unique colorway, but there's the Dickies on here, but none of them have the like stripe embroideredness on the side that this does. None of them have that, so I don't like, is that a knockoff? Is this like a prototype that came from a shop or like manufacturing? Like this one on eBay isn't stitched very well either. You can see the little threads come out of it, but the size tag is down low, not beside. So I don't know if that's like a common thing for stuff that was made in Asia. Sometimes you can tell like back here, like there's an extra line where they hand stitched it in and it looks fine. I think this one's real, but I'm again not entirely sure. But according to Google Lens, let's ChatGPT this too. According to Google Lens, there's no color waves that come up with the same embroiderness. Is this a real Dickies colorway and style, or is this a knockoff? According to ChatGPT, it says, from the photo, this does not immediately scream fake to me. The design actually makes a lot of real modern Dickies and streetwear hoodies. What makes me think this is probably real, the print, the placement, the proportions look clean, the woven tag, pocket looks correctly shaped and colored, the hoodie construction looks decent. What I want to say before saying it's 100% authentic is the neck tag, wash tag, and stitching on the inside of the pocket. So the inside hang tag, which I thought automatically made it not real, is it's in Chinese or Japanese or like some type of Asian language that I cannot read. If you can see that. But apparently, like when you Google Lens that and these SKU numbers and stuff, it says that it's real, but it just got printed in an Asian factory or something, and it was for Asian consumerism. So according to that, it's real, according to ChatGPT. Now I just sent it one more and I said, is the size tag normally done like this? And ChatGPT says, yes, that actually looks pretty normal for newer Dickies hoodie. The little separate black size tab labeled large beside the main red Dickies tag is something a lot of authentic modern streetwear or workwear brands do now. The stitching and placement also looks clean and factory done, not hand added. So according to this, like when you're fact checking things, I don't know what's considered a valid fact check, because I'm assuming all these other legit checks probably use some type of ChatGPT or like AI to validate it as well. The thing that concerns me is like when I go to list these on Depop or eBay, are they gonna come after me and say that it's fake because there's Asian writing on it and it's not in English, and then lose my account? Because that is not what I want to happen. But according to ChatGPT, this is legit checked and real, which I think we're gonna have in all of this stuff. And I did find this in one of the other boxes. Next up, we have an essentials hoodie. I do want to keep going through these a little bit faster, but this one was at the top of the box when I opened it yesterday, and I looked and looked to see if it was fake. It feels real, and a lot of these other ones had better stitching than these, so I believe that this may be a fake essentials hoodie, but I don't know. When I Google Lens it in ChatGPT, it tells me it's real. The thing that makes me think that this isn't real is, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a line of stitching, and then there's a line of stitching that goes over the rubber and off the side, which makes me think it's not real. But when I ChatGPT'd it, it told me that that's a normal just factory error. The other thing that makes me think it's not real is the hang tag is on top of this, which I need to do some more research if that's how Essentials did their tags, but is on top. And you can see here where it's not one clean line of stitching, which makes me think that this was hand sewn on after. And then this is the hang tag on the inside, which looks like it was done quite well, and it looks good here. It's got sleeve. I'm not really sure. It feels like a good heavyweight. The other thing I read online is that this is legit, the size hang tag on the side, but it's supposed to be a little bit embroidered. A lot of it is worn off, so I can't tell if it ever was embroidered because it looks like it kind of wore down because it's been worn so much. I'm leaning towards not real, but let me know. A couple of the other things I found on the top of the pile kind of had similar flaws like this, so I don't know if that means they're real, if they're factory errors. I don't know how to legit check this stuff, so I don't know if I can sell it on Depop or eBay. We'll throw it in the unsure pile for now, but let's keep going through all the items and see what they got. Next up, we got another Adidas. Looks real. You can tell it's worn. It's got a little stain on the sleeve. However, tag with Asian writing on it. I don't know what that means. When I Googled it, it told me that it was just from an Asian market and sold on an Asian market. I also, when I was Googling, when fakes are made, a lot of fakes don't go through the trouble of being replicated in other languages other than English. It is common that they are manufactured in other languages legitly because that's where they're sold. But when people are creating fakes, they don't make fakes with Asian writing, apparently, according to ChatGPT, but I don't know if that's true or not. This one also has the QR code, but again, in Asian writing. I think this is a legit Adidas, just manufactured overseas and not in English. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to QR code this with your phone, but I can't seem to get it to work. I don't know if it normally does, or if it's just because it's too faded or not working. I think this one's real, not entirely sure. Someone let me know if that QR code is supposed to work, or if I can enter the number somewhere to see if it's real. Next up, we have a H&M jacket. So this one is garbage right off the back, because no one is gonna buy H&M, but a nice little windbreaker rain jacket. We'll put this as a no sell, even if it is real, because it's H&M. So for this order, I did ask them for t-shirts, hoodies, and light jackets. So far, a lot of hoodies and light jackets, no t-shirts. This one, made in Vietnam, Nike tag, kind of got a cool hit here. This one, I'm assuming is real. Stitching looks good. Tag is under the collar properly. Dry fit, Nike. But things like this, last night when I was looking, there was a few like this that I'm not sure about. The stitching, if you could see that, there's writing underneath the stitching, which makes me think that this was stitched in after, not properly. I've never really noticed it on like American clothes, but it does have a Nike factory number. Again, it's all in Asian writing. Like things like this, to me, is a stitching error. Like you can see the letters underneath. I don't know if that's real or not. When I ChatGPT'd it, it told me that it was a normal thing, that it can happen, especially on older style manufacturing. ChatGPT said that those errors were more common. So I need to go back and look at some of my old vintage Nike that I know is real downstairs and see if it has some of those same errors. Next up, H&M. This all apparently is supposed to be their A-grade bundles that they gave me too, which H&M is definitely not an A-grade brand. Here's a cool polo windbreaker, an older one, if it's legitimate or not, on the blue and yellow tag, made in China, which is typical. This looks good on the back stitching. And this tag for this polo is in English on this first one. And then the more you flip, it gets into Asian. So again, I don't know if that's a real sign or there's the supplier number and tag and stuff. I don't know if those are in there, if that's usually a safe bet. If this is real, which I kind of think it is, it was just in the Asian market, it looks like a decent jacket that would sell. Probably for like 20 bucks or so, or 30. Another windbreaker jacket, Nike, made in China. There's the tag. Everything they did send me seems to be in good shape, which is good. A little bit of staining here. It looks like some of the writing came off or something maybe, but I don't know. Like you can see all this was an Asian colorway. It says Nike and then there's some Asian writing beside it. So I don't know if that's real or not. You can tell it's older. The plastic is like breaking off on this little like rubber thing for the drawstring. Board's just shitty and not real. This hang tag on the inside seems like it's put in well. It's got the Nike little paper tag, again, with the Asian writing. I think that one's real. Lots of Nike, like I suspected. Nike jacket, stitched in tag. I don't know if these are legit tags. I'm assuming they are. Nike on the back. The green is Nike fit on the bottom. Quality feels good. This one seems legit. We're gonna start just going through these a bit faster because I can't go through the tag on every single one. But see, now we got this one. I don't know if you see that? So this one, it has the Nike symbol, but it's stitched over top. Is that an error or is that fake? Stitching slightly over the wash or inseam tag logo does not automatically mean it's fake, especially for Nike. What I'm seeing here is actually a pretty common authentic Nike item. So I don't know if I have to go and check the RN factory number on all of these or what the deal is. Take a picture of every single one of the front and then check it with the RN number to make sure it lines up with the proper colorway, which will be a lot of work just to sell these, but it may be necessary to get my money out of these items. Some of the issue will be too that like some of the RN numbers and stuff are very faded, so I don't know if this is gonna be able to do that kind of thing. According to ChatGPT, this looks real. According to me, the stitching looks pretty legit on this. We'll put it in the real pile. Next up, we got a Stussy. Ooh, if it's real, that's cool. Stussy. If it's real, that is the next question. I don't know if this is a legit Stussy tag or not. The stitching looks clean on the back. However, this looks potentially like it could be hand stitched in, and I don't know if it has these or not. I'm gonna need to fact check this one. I'm gonna put this in the higher end file. Here's the inseam tag. It's got the Stussy. It's got the style number. It's in English and Asian. The inseam on the side looks good. Now, I just looked up the style number for this Stussy and nothing seems to come up for this colorway. Stussy stuff does come up, but not this specific jacket. So I don't know, does this style have all the same number or is it different per item that got manufactured? Or is this just like a fake number that doesn't match the proper style? Which is very possible. I may have gotten scammed on this whole thing, or it's clothes that they got and they just full on didn't know what they were doing and they just saw the brand name and didn't actually check if it's legit. So like maybe some of these items are legit and some are fake. Maybe they're all fake. I don't know. This one seems like a real colorway. I just don't know if the style number should match up for this. So I don't know if anyone can tell me, but according to this, it says oatmeal cream style number is 11536. Even all the numbers that it gave me on here don't match any of the numbers on here. The style number on this one is 315506. So I'm pretty sure this is fake. We're gonna have to look into that one more. New Balance. Stitching doesn't look incredible on that one for me. I'm not sure if this is a New Balance tag, but even looks like KB instead of NB. I'll need to look that up. I don't think that's real, but to be determined. Next up, Adidas. This Climo Warm on the back tag. Some Japanese writing. Has this little hang tag thing here. Has an Adidas thing on the side here, which is pretty wore out. Could be real. Nike blue tag. This seems like legit Nike tagging style. Older one, I think this is 80s, the blue tag. All in English. Even the tags down here are primarily in English. Probably real. I mean, a lot of this stuff I could do without. Pretty basic if it's real or not. Regardless, it looks like a real Adidas. A little basic for me. Here we have some type of Nike soccer collab potentially. I'm not sure. It is Nike. It's got the patch down here. Nike Venture LBJ. What that brand is, I'm assuming it's a soccer team. Nike red tag. It's underneath that seam in China. Legit. Fila back. Looks like team collab or something. This is like vinyl. Again, it's got 3 hang tags. I don't know if that's normal or not. Oh, here we go. Look at this one. Supreme. Is it real? Hard to say. To me, I believe this is fake. It looks like it's good and under here. I don't know for sure, but it looks like there's a little bit of extra stitching there. Here, you can see where they messed up the stitching right there. And I would believe that that's not real. Here you can see where they crossed up. I don't know for sure though. It feels like it's good quality. It feels like this is on properly. Looks like the inside of the Supreme block is sewn pretty nicely. It's got the Supreme on the bottom and it doesn't look like they cut it here to get the stitching on the inside, but I don't know for sure. It kind of looks like it has stitching flaws all the way along the bottom, so I don't know if that's just normal with how Supreme was made, but it is a Supreme if it is real. Here's a cool Nike, big embroidered tag. Could be legit. Inside looks pretty good. Oh my gosh, this is only one box. See, and then this Fila also has the same kind of tag system. Doesn't have that other tearaway one though. But it looks good. Has this like rubber on it. This rubber looks like it's stitched better than that other rubber on the Essentials. Could be real. Oreo Armani. Assuming that was a version of Armani Exchange. It's real. Who knows? It does have a very old paper tag in it. It looks very old. Got the barcode, paper tag. Could be real. That one I would argue to be real. Air Jordan tag could be real. It's got a stain on it. Small one. This one I'm unsure. Here's the inseam tag. There is writing underneath that, which seems odd. Adidas, newer one. Fila t-shirt, no tag at all in that one. It doesn't even look like it was cut off. It just doesn't look like it has a tag. It has an inseam tag, Fila. Like some of this I really could do without too. Just a neat Adidas like sport wear. Like a women's Adidas sport top, probably a no-sell item. It is real. Adidas, says 105 on it. Jacket, older style Adidas, looks cool. Get on the back, not really sure. There's the tag, seems okay. Got the Adidas metal zipper. Here's a cool jacket, very, very small. Levi's, if it's real, could be a very old Levi's. Not really sure. It's got denim and then the waterproof windbreaker stuff on top and on the sleeves, which is kind of cool. It's got a Y2K zipper in it. It's got all the inseam tags. It looks like it's stitched in good. Product numbers. Looks cool. I think that one could be real. Here's some Lee vinyl printed tag. Probably a no-sell, but maybe. I don't know much about Lee. There's Polo Sport. I don't know if that's, I've never seen that Polo tag. The lens, that one. Adidas jacket, waterproof jacket. Tag on the inside. On the back, that on the sleeve. I don't know. I think I'm really gonna need some feedback from people before I can decide if I can sell any of this, some of it. North Face, all it says on the North Face tag. Back t-shirt, H&M black tee, garbage, Nike all over, which is kind of cool if it's real. Looks real, potentially. Stuff does not smell very good, I will tell you that. Like a tennis brand, looks okay. Dickies, tee, it's got the same size tag on the side. Embroidered patch, I don't know, looks stitched okay, but there is like the end of the string there. Kappa, on a Kappa tag. Not sure if that's a real Kappa tag, the way we're going. Got this little, so I don't know if that's real or not. Also got this stitched on the bottom. They all seem like this one has a good tag here. They all seem to have size tag, or the inseam tag. Mickey Mouse actually could be vintage Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse Champion, one looks real. Timberland Tentry looks legit, I believe. Polo Oblong Blonde. I don't know if that's a real Polo way or not. Tag looks good. Dickies, more modern vinyl, same kind of setup. Dickies tag. Okay, that's the first box. On to the next. Next, we got a center swoosh Nike. Seems like a good tag. Vans hoodie. Tag looks good. More modern Vans, very big. Jacket, Arc'teryx. Never had Arc'teryx, so I don't know if that's real either. Looks legit. Rain jacket, Arc'teryx. Champion. Don't really care that much if it's real or not because Champion does not sell really for me unless it's like that OG reverse weave. Probably a no sell. Adidas, got the little rubber symbol. Kind of weird how this is stitched in personally on this one. It's like, I don't know, is that just an old Adidas tag? New York Yankees, MLB tag. Extra small on the bottom. It is under the seam. It's got the MLB on the back. Looks like it was done well. It's got a genuine merchandise tag. Puma tag. This one says Puma Asia on it. Puma Asia looks good. Oh, that was actually kind of cool. I was gonna say it looks basic, but it's kind of got a like fade on it. It's kind of cool. Puma jacket, windbreaker. Like, I don't know if these are Asian specific tags or they should be consistent with American tags, but just in Asian writing. Fila tag, older Fila, I believe. Looks like Orlando Pirates, soccer team maybe, football team. I don't really know. Adidas, camo Adidas. This one is interesting. I don't know if this was ever done. Adidas tag, but the barcode's on the back and not down here. But then it's got this tag down here. To me, oh no, it is the wash tag. I thought they had them reversed, but More Adidas, a lot of Adidas. It looks like cool stuff. It's like velvet on the arm and on the front. Looks like a legit tag. Looney Tunes Nike. Looks like it could be legit. Not a very old one. Vinyl. H&M jacket. Older one probably. A little patch on the bottom. Cool Vans. Got the same sticker or label. Seems legit. Other women's Adidas. Got the pink tag. Got some Asian writing on it in the bottom. Yankees, I don't know if that's a legit MLB tag. If it is, it's very old, I would assume, or maybe very new, but that doesn't look like an official NBA tag to me, MLB tag. Gap, not really sure how that's considered an A grade item. On an Ideal metal, it says Ideal on it. I don't know if that's real or not. Nike, Air Jordan, another New York Yankees on the same MLB tag, another Nike, another Supreme. If it's real or not, I would assume that maybe a lot of these Nike things are real, but a lot of these Supremes are not. Let's see if this is a colorway. It's got Supreme on the hood. It doesn't look like they opened up the hood to stitch this on. Same with this, looks okay. I don't know if the square looks that straight, maybe. And it's also got it on the sleeve. Yeah, there's no, I'm assuming this is not a real Supreme because it doesn't even have a Supreme label in it, but maybe it's a collab or something, but I'm assuming that's not real. Here's the inside tag, all black zone design. I don't know if that was common for Supreme. I'd have to Google that. Here's a Givenchy if it's real. Not really sure. Again, this one looks like it was hand stitched into the back, if you can see that. See where there's like a couple extra threads in the back. And I don't know if it's an expensive brand like Givenchy. I would imagine that that's not what how flimsy their tag is, but maybe. We need someone that is a reputable clothing buyer in the Asian market. Verify all this. North Face, Puma, kind of a cool older Adidas. Real, nothing on the back. Got the camo on the inside, but there's no tags on any of this. There's no inseam tag, there's no neck tag. I'm assuming that one's fake. Other Vans, this might be just the same one we got already. Kind of a cool Vans. Adidas, got a cool hit on the back. Nike, all the Nike stuff seems pretty legit so far, I think, but I'm not really sure. Tags cut on that. Romance, Sport, oh, that's Troy Lee design. Kappa, got a good Kappa, it's got a Kappa tag on it. Cool one. Nike windbreaker, seems legit. Tag, Fila Gore-Tex. I don't know if it's like stitched into the Gore-Tex. I don't know about that. Levi's, if this is real, it could be worth money because Levi's jackets, I do know are worth a lot of money. I would need to fact check that one. It's got the Levi's tab on them there. Buttons look good. It says made in China, so I'm not sure. I do know Levi's denim jackets are quite expensive. I have to try and find the style number, see if it's real. Basic Nike, probably not sell, probably too basic. And it was vinyl. Don't even know what that is. Basic, Champion, basic, garbage, Dickies. Again, modern Dickies. Another MLB on the same tag. Oh, New York Yankees, that one's kind of cool. Boy London, not sure if this even sells. Know nothing really about this brand. I think it was a higher end brand at some point. Polo Sport, not sure if that's real or not. Kel, garbage, no name brand. Champion, again, not really sure how that's considered an A grade item to them. All right, on to box number 3. Another Levi's jacket, RL, Polo Vial. Not sure, I'd have to check that. It could be worth money potentially. It's real, again. Kappa. Adidas, that's a crazy Adidas tag. I don't know if that's real or not. A winter jacket-ish or like a fall jacket. Dickies on a white tag, Dickies. Seems to be consistent with the other ones. Kenzo, not really sure. Maybe that's a popular brand, don't know. Have to look into that one. Nike red tag. Another Nike. Basketball hoodie, the Nets. Newer one for sure. NBA tag, Nike collab. Irving, if it's real or not. Dior hoodie. I'm assuming it's not real, but it would be very cool if it was. It's embroidered. I'm assuming Dior has a better tag than that. It just looks like it's, I don't know, it seems very cheap. You can see right here where they stitched, I don't know if you can see that right there. Right there and right there. It looks like where they just stitched in a Dior tag. And then, I don't know, I'd have to look up the style number on that. Made in Italy. I don't know if someone wants to look that up. Cool if it's real, I don't think it is. Seems like all the Nike stuff is real. I don't know about this. The Nike is sideways. Don't think that one's real. This swoosh also looks very small. Levi's, made in Pakistan. This one looks real, potentially. It's gonna be a lot of work to figure out what's real, what I can sell, or if I just donate it all. I don't know. Converse tag, Puma tag. Puma, I don't really think Puma sells that well, but we shall see. We'll see if we even sell it. Kelly Hansen Puma collab. I don't know if that's even a real collab or if that's just, you know, a knockoff, but it's even got a Healy Hansen Puma tag. Again, I don't know if that's a real barcode or not. It's stitched over top of, this one looks like it was hand stitched in after, personally. Don't think that's real. This Kel brand again, not sure. This might be a big brand that I don't know about, but is it real? Probably not. Nike, Air Jordan, red tag. Like the Nike stuff looks legit, I think, based on the stitching, but I don't know. This EKT, don't really know. Adidas, that seems like a janky tag to me, but maybe. There's nothing on it. It does have like, I think this is for like jerseys and sports stuff. It looks like it's on there and it looks like it's stitched properly. Be sterile, Esterol. Don't know anything about it, would have to look it up. Here it is. It's got a little face on the bottom. I don't know if that is like some streetwear brand or if that's garbage, but probably garbage. Adidas, embroidered hood, gold zipper. Tag looks like maybe a newer Adidas. Puma, more arm stripes, nothing on the back. There's Puma Asia on the tag. More Puma Asia. Nike soccer collab, potentially. Seems like a legit Nike tag. Could be real. Another Nike heavyweight jacket. Got a broken zipper, so that's awesome, but it's got a cool Nike decal on the inside, but the zipper is broken. I'm not really sure. That seems weird that there's no tag at all, unless it doesn't even have any tags. I have to check pockets for that one. Nike windbreaker, a lot of Fila button up, kind of a cool jacket. Adidas, I'm assuming that's nothing of value. Kappa, seems like it's on a legit Kappa tag. Jordan, New Balance, okay. Cool Puma, different for Puma. Seems maybe legit, don't know. Montclair, what are the odds this is real? Montclair, I kind of think it's also this one they did a better job if it is hand stitched, but I think you can see it right there where they stopped and started. I don't know what a Montclair tag looks like. Doesn't have, oh, it does have an inseam tag. Montclair, I don't know, the wash tag seems like it's too overlapped. But Nike golf shirt, Converse tee, Nike, I don't think that's a real Nike tag, but I don't know anymore. H&M, garbage. Air Jordan, Adidas Neo. Steve Hits, more Boy London. If it's real or not, who knows? A very modern Gap, vinyl on it, probably garbage. Center, if anyone knows anything about that brand. Center, probably garbage. A lot of Puma that's probably not gonna sell. What is this, like a knockoff Bape? Okay, we got a Bape. I don't know anything about Bape either. This one actually could be real if this is a real collab. The stitching is actually underneath. It doesn't look like they start and stopped. It doesn't look like there's double threads in there. Got the stuff on the sleeves. Got the hit on the back. Out of all the actual designer that they gave us, this might be one that's actually real. Even this doesn't look as janky as the other ones. Would have to check and find the RN number. That one may actually be real. I have a feeling the people that put this order together just had no idea. They see the brand names, they throw them together, and it is what it is. Nike, it's kind of cool if it's real. All right, box number 3 down. Calvin Klein windbreaker. This one I saw yesterday when I opened up this box on the top. I don't know if anyone can tell me about this, but Kappa. Looks cool, right? Kappa. I don't know what this tag is. When I Google Lens this, nothing comes up. I don't know if this is like, I don't think this is a Kappa tag. One of my friends told me that Kappa collabs with a lot of people, so it could be real, but nothing comes up when I Google Lens it. The stitching on this actually looks pretty legit, but the Kappa tag is not Kappa tag. Fleece Nike, center swoosh, seems legit underneath. Looks like they did okay on the back. Like this stuff. I don't know if that's a real tag or not. Adidas Neo, kind of cool. Camo, like see-through kind of, like mesh. Now, I saw this one last night too. I don't know if this is like, you know, if you've ever been to Asia, sometimes they try and like force brands together when they make them. This is Adidas. Here's the tag. But I'm pretty sure, is this not the Versace? I don't think Adidas and Versace collabed, but maybe. I mean, it's very possible that they could have, but I don't know. It just feels like a Chinese knockoff, but maybe. Nike, another Arc'teryx. Fila, Dickies work jacket, kind of cool. It's got a very cool patch. When I Google Lens this one yesterday, they told me it was real. Adidas, another soccer one maybe. Not really sure. I think this is like a Germany soccer. Adidas black tag. It's got, you know, hard to say if it's real or not. Again, another Adidas. Nothing on the front. Here's the tags, modern tags if it is real. And then it's got just the stripes on the back. North Face fleece. That's a real tag. Vortex jacket. I don't know if you can see that. Isn't that Dekine or Dinky or however you say that? Soccer jersey maybe again. Le concept. I'm assuming this is maybe a high-end brand like knockoff again. I'm not really. Zara Man. Garbage to me, but maybe someone else will buy it. I don't know. The stitching just looks so janky on all the tags. I don't know. It just doesn't look straight. It looks hand stitched. I just don't know, man. Maybe that's just how things were made. Maybe I'm scrutinizing it too much because I'm actually looking, and maybe a lot of American clothes is like that too. Adidas, really basic one. Dickies, white label. Nike, oh, Lacoste, sorry. Lacoste Sport, could be real maybe. Oh my gosh, how much Puma are they gonna send? Puma, just black. Puma, cream one. Got the little tiger in the bottom. Here's a Polo Ralph Lauren with the tag still, potentially. If it's real, this looks legit. Go check my polos, but again, it's got the little like square in the back where they stitched it in, but I do know that this is kind of what the polo tags look like. I'll have to double check. Vans hoodie, really basic Adidas. See, here's another Dickies, but you can see where they cut the size tag off and it was here and not here. I don't know which one is the correct way. If they're both correct or if they're both wrong, I don't know. Here's more Yankees MLB stuff. Jordan tag, Yankees. I don't know. Is it real? Is it not? Here's another MLB tag, but it's the reverse. Instead of black on white, it's white on black. Or, you know what I'm saying? The other ones were reversed colors. Ooh, champion. Different champion tag. Assuming it's not worth anything, but we will check. Gucci. 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 Is it real? Probably not. Definitely not real. You can see where they just stitched it once there and once there with red. They didn't even use black, the same color. I don't know, maybe that is a real Gucci tag. It looks better on the back. Hard to say. Here's the inside. Stitching looks not bad here. Size thing seems weird here, but I don't know. Striped Nike, kind of cool. Blue tag. Adidas Neo. Nike Polo. Blue tag. Like, I think all these Nikes are legit. For sure, for sure. Oh, Adidas. Little dragon on it. Tag for it. Polo Sport. Is it real? Don't know. Kismet? I have to Google that one. I'm sure it's like wannabe Supreme or something. Tag looks like it's in well. It is a popular brand. Puma athletic shirt, garbage. Okay, our final box coming up. This one I saw yesterday and I questioned a lot. It seems like if it's real, it's said in Asian cultures and that kind of manufacturing, the size tag was okay and normal to be on the side. However, like you can see here where they just missed, like they going, and then maybe it is normal and it's just pulling out and it's just separating, but like you can see the stitching along the side isn't in the same place all the way around. I don't know if that's because that's an old New Balance, if it's fake, I don't know. I really don't know. It looks cool, probably would sell. Is it real? Am I allowed to sell it? I don't know. Champion tag, champion hoodie embroidered. Leather Asobio collection. It's like, feels like a pleather. Not really sure what that is. Champion, looks legit. More Puma, this one's a little bit more unique, has sleeve stripe on the side. Another Puma, all the Puma tags seem to be pretty consistent. Sleeve stripe. This is kind of cool if that's a real Nike way. Nike that's like blanked out. Don't know if that's a real Nike tag. This one looks different. I'm really sure on that one. The inside stitching looks good. I believe that's the product number. If anyone wants to Google that one. There's not a sample on it right there. I don't know. Weird, it's a unique one. I'm surprised that there's no off-white in here with all the like hype brands. Kind of a cool Adidas, H&M, garbage. Kind of a cool blocked out Jordan tag. Kind of a cool Jordan. Adidas. Cool Nike, it's got 2 swooshes. Cool Nike got 2 swooshes on the collar. Looks like a legit tag. And on the back, Champion Big C, kind of cool. Seems to be on a good tag. Like the Champion and stuff, the Nike, I think that's all real. Some of the Kappa, don't know. Some of the Gucci and that stuff, I don't think it's real. Kappa tag, bomber, like varsity jacket, like it's done well. Stitching looks good on the back and in the neck. Some of these I'm just gonna have to Google Lens them and fact check the SKU codes. Adidas with the cool arm stripe, that one's very cool. Different tag there. Patch in the front, very cool. Nike jacket. We did not get a lot of t-shirts. We're supposed to be getting t-shirts. This is like all jackets. Kind of a bummer. Adidas hoodie. I don't even think this is a real Adidas. I don't know. Look at the tag there. I don't know. I really don't. This is cool if this is real. Adidas embroidery on the collar. Kind of like a heavyweight canvas, kind of. Pretty cool jacket, actually, if it's real. Does have the tag there. One seems to all be in English. More of this Beaster stuff. Don't know if that's supposed to be like a hype beast brand or not. Adidas tag looks good. Sleeves. Puma, rubber patch. Like some of these tags, most of them are consistent for Puma. It's the green one and then it says some say Asia and some don't. Center Nike. Tag looks good. It says grow your energy on the side. Nike NBA collab. Cleveland Cavaliers. H&M. Hoodie. Garbage. Adidas. Polo Vial again. Fila. Kind of cool. It's got like modern vinyl, but it's like puffed kind of like the Essentials. Worst part about it is I got a lot of Fila and I've never been able to sell Fila. The cost. This looks like the gator was on there and fell off. So probably garbage. Jordan. Black tee. Probably garbage. Probably too base out. Even if it is real. Adidas. Probably too basic to sell again. Champion. Embroidered. Tag. Got the patch on the bottom. Again, it just, I don't know if you can see that right there. It just doesn't look straight. I don't know. Seems, but like at the same time, like why are we faking Champion? It's not that crazy. Like, I don't know. That just looks janky to me. I don't know. And our last and final shirt is another one of these Beaster, whatever brand that is. I have no idea. Okay, that is everything we got. Let me take a second to collect my thoughts. I think I may have to do like a follow-up video just on like researching if this stuff is real. I think it's gonna take me like weeks to figure out if this stuff is real, what I can sell, what I can't sell. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. Do you think I can sell any of this? Do you think I should take the risk? I don't want to get banned on Depop. I don't want to get banned on eBay. I'm finally getting my sales up and kind of my name out there in the reseller world, and I don't want to be known for selling fake stuff, and I don't want to lose my account. Do you guys know anyone that could fact check this stuff? I don't know, what do you think? Should I just donate it all to Goodwill? Should I sell the Nike stuff? The Nike stuff seem legit. Although I don't want someone to call me out and say it's not real because the Chinese writing or Asian writing, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, let me collect my thoughts. I'm gonna count these up to see how many items we got. We were supposed to get 200. We'll see if they actually gave us that many. And then I'll give you guys my thoughts to see if we're gonna make our money back on this. Okay, I believe, if I counted correctly, they gave me 201 items. So I think they gave me an extra item. There's about 20 items that are like H&M and just crap. Even if they are real or whatever they are, they're just not gonna sell regardless. Oh, my neck is really... Don't mind this, I got a high stick to the neck playing hockey the other night. It's not a hickey. I didn't burn myself with a curling iron. But anyways, 20 items that are just straight to the trash. And then we have about 180 items of I am WTF, I don't know what to do. I'm like quite certain the Gucci's, Stussies, the Essentials, that stuff isn't real. I'm pretty positive the Nike stuff is real. That one New Balance, I'm not sure because the stitching was really weird. I don't know, maybe because it's just old and that's how it was made. Maybe it's fake. I don't know. Do people fake New Balance? I don't know. There's some polos and stuff in here that also might be fake that I want to fact check with some real ones I have downstairs. But I really don't even know what to tell you about doing an analysis of breaking down like the high-end items, what they're worth, and did I cover my money. I spent about $2,000 on this, and am I gonna make any of it back? I kind of want to say this might be a net negative 2,000. I've paid this off through like other reselling and stuff already, but that's $2,000 that could have been in my pocket versus $2,000 that I paid for this and now I can't recoup. I really don't know what to say. If someone wants some of this like off market, like DM me on Instagram and I can sell it to you in a bundle. If you think this stuff is real, let me know. If you know someone that can fact check this stuff, let me know. We got to get this to somebody in Asia that can fact check this stuff because I have no idea. The Kappa stuff, when I Google Lens it, nothing even comes up as like a colorway. I don't know. I don't know what to say if it's real or not real for any of it. And like, do I run the risk of potentially losing my Depop account to try and recoup the $2,000? Do I run the risk of posting the stuff that I think is real, that I genuinely believe is real? I should clarify. I really don't know. I think I'm gonna have to do another video just figuring out what I think is real and what isn't real. In the grand scheme of this, is it worth it? Probably not. Even if this whole pile is real, let's just say, for argument's sake, the whole thing is real. Is it gonna be worth the time to check all the style numbers, the RN numbers, whatever you wanna call them, Google Lens, AI it, whatever you wanna do? If it takes me 15 minutes, because you're gonna have to do some extensive research to figure out if this stuff is real. If it takes me 15 minutes times 200 items, that's 3,000 minutes, which is 50 hours. That's like a week of work. That's one full week of just figuring out if stuff's real. Then I still need to list it, wash it, do that kind of thing. Is it worth the sanity, the risk? Like, I guess what I'm saying is if someone else was to order this or do this, is the value that's in this worth the time of figuring out if it's real or not real? You know, like that could all be time that for me, I could be editing, trying to grow my YouTube, going to the bins, going to my other rag house, places where I know I can get good stuff and spend 40 hours of time and get guaranteed real authentic items and not like a shit ton of maybe fake Puma. Even if it's real Puma, the Puma's probably not gonna sell, which is probably half that pile, to be honest. There was a lot of cool pieces in there, if they are real. Let's just say on average, balancing out even if the really good stuff was real or not real, the Pumas, all that stuff, if you make an average of $20, 20 times 200 is 4,000. It cost us 2,000 to buy it. So for the 40 hours of confirming it's real, another probably couple days of listing, you're probably in it for like 60 hours potentially to make $2,000. Is that good? Some of them won't sell naturally, so maybe you're closer to like 1,500. 1,500 for 2 weeks of time isn't bad. Is $1,500 worth the risk of losing your Depop or eBay account? Another thing to contemplate. I don't know what to give you as an analysis. I really think I'm gonna have to do some more research on this and make a separate video on what I think is real and what's not, or if I find someone that can fact check this stuff, or if I end up just donating this all back to Goodwill and just counting my loss as a minus 2,000. Yeah, I really think that's the way I'm leaning to right now, but I often look on the pessimistic side of things sometimes, so I would be safe to bet that this will be maybe a net minus 1,500. I think the Nikes and stuff I could sell. I think overall it's gonna be a minus 1,500. I would recommend for this Bale review, don't use this B2B. I know there's other wholesalers out there. If they're legit or not legit, that's a whole nother story, but based on what they're saying they'll provide for the same price, I can go to a rag house in Florida, spend the same amount of money, get roughly about the same number of items, and get good graphic tees and sports stuff, true vintage, because they know the market, they know the Quicksilvers, they know the basketball jerseys, that kind of thing. If those are real or not, that's a whole nother conversation as well, but I mean, at least you're not getting a crap ton of just plain Pumas. And like, most likely, if you get from a wholesaler, most of it'll be real. Yeah, the other thing is, I believe I ordered this in January and it is now May, so it's like 5 months before it came. So that's another thing to factor in. It took 5 months for this to show up. Yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think I should do. Let me know if you think this stuff is real. Let me know if you think this stuff is fake. Join the Discord. We're trying to get monetized on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace. Episode 2 of trying rag houses so you don't have to has commenced. Hopefully, I did not get scammed. I've officially ordered 200 items at $5 a piece plus shipping from somewhere in China. The money has been sent via direct wire transfer, so it is no going back now. They have my money, so hopefully this was not a scam and we actually get a video out of this and the items are good enough to pay it back.
If not, we'll be crying for all your money because Nick will be poor and broke.
It'll just be a 5-minute video of me absolutely bawling and complaining about how I wasted $2,000.